is going on, y'all? And currently we are out in the Tundra. We are on a very bumpy dirt back road, and I'm actually looking for a spot to pull off so that I can have a little bit of a chat with you guys. But until we get there, I'm gonna actually turn the camera around so you guys can see what this road is like. It's not really all that challenging or anything in terms of off-roading. It's just a dirt road, but the views are absolutely wild. It's just a one-lane dirt road out in the middle of nowhere, and you can see basically forever. It's wild. Oh my God, the bumps. All right, it looks like we found a spot. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the truck off, and we'll park here for a bit while I have a little bit of a chat with you guys. Now, I haven't really had a kind of one-on-one sort of, well, I guess it wouldn't necessarily be one-on-one. It would be one on however many people are watching this video right now. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about is I wanted to go into some specifics with you guys about some changes that are going to be coming soon to the streaming schedule and a little bit of an adjustment to the upload schedule. Now, why these changes? Why would these changes be happening now? Why would these changes be happening at at this particular time of year? Where are these changes coming from? These are all questions that I hope I'm going to be able to answer fairly well in this video, because starting next week, I'm going to be starting school again. Now, I'm not going to go into too much depth and detail about what type of school it is or what type of schooling it is. Just know that it's going to be taking up a lot of my time. I mean, we're talking about like 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday type deal. Now, that's not a bad thing by any means. It's something that I've been interested in learning for a long time, and I'm excited that I got the opportunity to do it. However, what that does mean is that while I will be able still to interact with you guys in the comments, and you guys will still have a video schedule, like an upload schedule for videos, it's gonna make the live stream schedule a little bit tricky because, as you can imagine, if I'm gonna be in class from like 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., I won't be able to stream in the middle of the day. Now, I haven't totally figured out yet whether or not we're going to do some kind of, weekend schedule or something like that. That is sort of kind of in my brain, and I'm trying to work out how that would look and how that would work. But as of right now, starting next Monday, we will still have a video schedule, but the normal Monday, Wednesday, Friday, yes, the normal Monday, Wednesday, Friday streams will be a little bit adjusted and won't be there for at least that week, and probably not the next week either. Now, I know that for some of you guys, that news might be kind of disappointing. I know it might seem kind of weird, because I know a lot of you guys really, really enjoy the streams, and a lot of you guys are literally a lot of you guys tell me all the time how much you enjoy watching the streams, and so trust me, it's not something that I wanted to do right off the bat. I wasn't just like, oh, well, I guess I'm gonna have to not stream, oh, well, no big deal. It wasn't an oh, well, no big deal for me. It was like, oh, crap. I'm sad that I'm not going to be able to stream on those times and days that I normally do, because the streams are literally one of my most favorite parts of interacting with you guys on the channel, because it's the most real-time way that I actually do get to interact with you guys. And like I said previously, I'm still trying to work out the logistics of whether or not a weekend schedule is going to be sort of in the books or not. Don't get me wrong, I would love to do a weekend schedule, but the weekend I usually am prepping content for the channel for the week anyway. So doing that on top of also streaming on the weekend would be pretty wild, and my weekends, I already prep a lot of things as it is. So again, the gears are turning in my head on how I'm going to set that all up, but I don't exactly have a distinct plan yet, if you would call it that. Now, let's get to the next part of this, and that is what I'm sure a lot of you guys are asking or wondering is, why would you do this in the first place? Why would you do this in the first place if you've already been doing, if you've already been streaming and making content for so long? And honestly, that's part of the reason. I mean, at this point, I want to say, if my memory serves me correctly, I created the channel around 11 years ago. And 11 years is a really, really, really long time. And it's been one of the most amazing things I've ever had the opportunity to do in my entire life. And that is literally thanks to you guys. Like, you guys have allowed me to do all of these incredible things for so many years. And as I move forward, not only do I want to keep this channel and be here on this channel, but I also want to try some other things. I feel like after doing something for 11 years, everybody wants to try different things at some point in their lives anyway. And, when you when you kind of get to a point in your mind where you're like, you know, I want to adjust some things a little bit, I think in the long run, that can actually refresh your brain and maybe even make, you know, your content and streams even better. So that is kind of where my mind is right now and kind of where this move came from. So, and while I'm not sure what the stream schedule is going to look like exactly going forward, I know that it's something that I still want to keep. I just don't know exactly what that schedule is going to look like. Of course, the video schedule will indeed remain because the video schedule, of course, can be pre-planned to a degree. But again, streams are a live thing. Streams are a live occurrence and they happen in real time. And, you know, when you're doing something in the middle of the day, it's a little bit tricky to have those continue to happen in that real time. Now, again, I think that this is going to help my own brain a lot because there are times where my brain needs a refresh. My brain needs a reset. And it's not that I wanted a direct break from streaming. The fact that I was getting a break from streaming kind of came as a side effect to deciding to move forward with school. And of course, I still love making the video content and you guys will still have that. I want to drive that point home. Like the video content will still be there on the schedule that you guys are used to, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be like, you know, where are you going? Or you're not going to be on the platform. No. I am going to be on the platform and the video content is still going to be there on the platform. So make no mistake about that. And I will also still be in the comments to interact with you guys there and answer all of your questions. Now, since we will be switching to a little bit of a more video content driven sort of structure in the near future, let me know in the comment section down below what types of video content would you guys that you guys would like to see. Is that going to be, does that look like more Let's Play style videos? Does that look like more tutorial videos? Does that look like more tips and tricks videos, more RP style videos? Let me know down there in the comments because I'm very, very, very curious. Also, I know that I've gotten a lot of, oh God, the beeper's going off. I know that I've gotten a lot more, well, not necessarily a lot more, but I've continued to get a lot of requests for real world content. And I know I haven't been able to give you guys as much real world content lately as I was in the past. And part of the reason for that is because I've been so insanely busy lately, both with on-channel and off-channel stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love doing the real world style videos and I would really, really, really like to do more. The thing is, when you're dealing with so many different aspects of kind of the gaming content and the streaming content, putting the real world content into that as well can be kind of tricky sometimes because real world content takes a lot longer to film. And I'm not saying that as a excuse, I'm just saying that as a kind of a little bit of a, to shine a light on the logistical challenges that filming so many different types of content at the same time can present. Because there are some logistical challenges when you're trying to film so many different types of content and stream. And not only that, but when you're filming a variety of different games, you have to make sure that all those different games are up to date. You have to make sure you keep up with all the different news revolving around those games. And so there's a lot to think about when it comes to filming a variety of different games and also filming real life content, because you also have to make sure you keep the real life content interesting. And it's also just now gotten really windy, and I hope that that's not coming over on the microphone, because if it is, then it may have ruined this segment. I really hope it didn't ruin this segment. I'm really like crossing my fingers and hoping for the best that it didn't ruin this segment. Now, I will say, the road I took to get here gave the Tundra a really nice little coat of mud on the side. I'm really digging the way that looks. Now, I know that I feel kind of bad about it though, because we didn't go through anything challenging to get to it. We didn't go through anything challenging to get that coat of mud on the side. It's just there because we drove down like a dirt back road. But with all this being put out there, I do want to let you guys know that I really am incredibly excited for the future. I know that it may seem like a little bit of an odd thing to talk about. It may seem like a little bit of an odd angle to come from for me. I mean, I know it's not something that I've ever really talked about on the channel before. I don't really tend to go into deep detail about my own personal life here on the channel because it's not necessarily, it's never been a direct focus of the channel. I mean, I know that we've always had that element of real world content, like, you know, that element of real world content with, you know, my trucks and my cars and stuff like that. And I always have enjoyed making that type of content. But outside of that, I haven't really shared all that many other elements. And so this is a little bit of a different type of video for me to make. But to wrap all this up, or at least start to wrap all this up, I want to say thank you to you guys, and I want to confirm to you guys that I am not going anywhere in terms of the channel and in terms of interacting with y'all. I mean, again, y'all will still have a full video schedule. Y'all will still have the ability to interact with me in the comments. The only thing that is changing is the live streaming schedule, and that's really the only thing. And again, I also want to just thank you guys all from the bottom of my heart, like literally over the past, like all these years. And it's so crazy for me to think about how many years I've actually been doing this for now, because it's truly insane. It's truly incredible how many years we've been doing this for. But again, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank each and every one of you guys, because you guys have made this journey absolutely incredible, and this journey is not ending anytime soon. We're only making a little bit of a slight change, but because I like to be as transparent with you guys as I humanly possibly can, that's why I wanted to make this video for y'all. And by the way, before we continue on, check out this wild freaking tunnel. There's all sorts of graffiti all over the place in here. I don't know if you guys are able to see it all that much, but it's basically just like a small tunnel that goes under a bridge. You can kind of see it if I put my camera out the window, but it's pretty freaking wild, especially to take photos in. Let's see, can I make it around this turn? Yes. My turning radius in this truck is not the greatest. I mean, after all, it is on 37s, so turning radius isn't exactly its forte, let's say. Oh, I forgot how big that bump was. All right, yep. When you're going from the dirt section to the pavement section, that bump is a lot bigger than you think it is. And here we are, back at the main road. Let's head home.